¿Qué pasa, mi raza? Welcome back to Los Fantasy Cuz Thursday night edition. Today, I got my compa Eddie with me and my compa Gabby, and we might have another compa joining us hopefully soon. So for now, it's us three, you guys. What's up? What's going on?
What's good? What's good? We in the building. Let's fucking go, baby.
What's up, familia? Let's have another good pod. Thanks for listening.
Let's get it. We got a few topics to talk about today. So we're going to go over the Champions League final. We're going to go over a little bit of LAFC America game. We're going to go over a little bit of the Conca Champions final. We'll talk a little bit about the Nation League matches that happened this week. Some Mexico and Copa Oro. Some Chivas news. Some MLS news. And then we'll end it off like with some MLB, NBA, and all that kind of stuff. So, sound good to you guys?
Hell yeah, let's go.
Let's jump right in then. Let's start with the Champions League final that happened last Saturday. That, last pod we were talking about our predictions and stuff. And I think most of us predicted Inter. I don't remember, but I think Rob said that he predicted PSG. Do you guys remember if he said that?
No, I don't remember.
I don't remember, but who knows? But most of us did pick Inter.
No,
But-
we clearly all picked Inter in this
I
fool.
think
He
that's
picked
what I
PSG.
thought. And what one thing is for sure is that none of us expected a 5-0 though.
Nah, that was not a final, bro. That was.
Yeah.
I think I said it in the group chat in a different way, but I'll say it like this: Inter catfished us.
Big
Oh,
time.
They led us on versus Barca. I was like, damn, these guys about to get it. And then they didn't even show up for the final, bro. It was so bad. It was terrible.
You know what's crazy? It was like right from the beginning, PSG attacked DeMarco's side right away, dude. Right away.
No. But did you see what they did? It was sort of weird. I think they kicked it straight out. Like PSG kicked it straight out of bounds or
Yep.
something. I saw someone say.
On
But
purpose.
I don't know what tactic that is, but it worked.
Yeah,
Got
that
them
shit,
going.
that shit was very disappointing. The last couple Champions League finals where we had 1-0s. I mean,
Yup.
very tight games, and then for this to happen. I mean, obviously, as a PSG fan,
I love
hell
it.
yeah. Que le métele 6-7, you know.
Exactly.
But for your average football fan, you're like, oh, I want to see a badass game. Very disappointing.
Also, for half of Italy, probably, and they probably enjoyed it,
Yeah.
if they're not the pro.
That they were anti-Inter.
Yeah. But,
So
man,
what is that? What do you guys think about like Dembele now since he won the Champions League? Do you guys think that pushes him closer to winning the Ballon d'Or?
I think so.
I had said that it probably would. I mean, 2 assists. He had a part in the game. I was hoping or thinking he might score, honestly, but
Yeah.
oh, there we go. The PSG
Yo,
lover
guys.
boy was
What up?
good.
Whoa.
Hey, we be traveling.
Was good, brother.
Ya llegó el compa Rob. Introduce yourself.
Yeah, what's up,
Yeah,
everybody? A
Yeah,
little
yeah,
late,
go.
but we're here.
Rob el bailador.
We just got going.
You guys did? What are we getting into?
The PSG Inter. What'd you
The
think?
not so
Hey.
final. It was not a final.
Hey, I was the only one that got that one right.
Damn,
Bro.
bro.
Bro,
We're gonna have
esta
to
era
go back to the
bailado,
archives.
like...
No,
I don't even
peor
know
que
why you
bailado.
showed up.
I was just saying before you got on, Rob, that they catfished us.
They did. They were just set up to beat Barca, it looked like,
Literally.
That's all they were there for. That's no, and they
Bro.
robbed us from the final that everybody wanted, the best offense, like
Yup.
PSG and Barca. We talked about it.
No, props to them, bro. That game was wild. But to turn around and, like, not even put your hands in, like, ni las manos
They
metieron,
gave
bro.
up. They gave
Yeah.
up probably after like the second or third goal. That was
Bro.
it.
After the 2-0, I'm like, oh, maybe there'll be some fight. Maybe there'll be some fight. No, pues cuando llegó.
The kids show up. The kids showed up to play. I was kind of rooting for them because they lost there, in 2013?
When
To Man
when they
City?
had
I think
Oh, yeah.
it was It was like 2020, no, somewhere around.
At least they
No,
have some. At least they have some Champions Leagues won. PSG's first one. Congrats to them too, though.
Yeah.
that's true. Before Mbappe wins one, right? That was another topic that a bunch of people were talking about.
The PS or the Mbappe curse, right?
Valiendo. But I don't think so, though. I think Real Madrid will come back in this next Champions League season and they'll get far again.
Yeah, bro.
Yes.
There's a lot of moves already being made, but that game
Fabio,
was man,
It
like
was
I
the
said.
Luis Enrique effect more than the Mbappe effect. I think so.
Well, they
oh,
finally had everybody that was on the same page of pressing and stuff like that. So
I was happy that he won it for the story of his daughter was kind of
That was
cool.
cool. I think that
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
super
dude.
cool.
That just gave me the chills right now because that shit.
Yeah, that
They,
shit warmed my heart, man. Like,
yeah.
that was awesome for
Yeah,
him.
aside
The
from the colors and everything, like shit, stories like that, bro. Like
Yeah.
if they do, you're like,
are
damn.
awesome.
that
Are
tifo they
awesome.
did, that tifo that they had for him was pretty dope, huh?
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah,
And he had and he was wearing a shirt too.
yeah.
yeah. So I mean that's good. I mean he deserved it, and I mean for him to be that coach to do that for PSG. Now they have that star they
It,
get to wear, huh?
in the history books,
Yeah,
too. That's awesome.
yeah. So I'll say the I mean at that point, like you said, the final was basically the one that we got robbed. But and what do you think? Do you think that? What do you guys think about that? Do you think that Yamal lost the Ballon d'Or, or do you think he's still the favorite, or would you give it to Dembele?
Eddie was saying that it makes Dembele closer, but I think it's still 50-50.
After the game, I felt a little different, but I mean, he had a part in it. He had his assists. He was,
Hmm.
I mean, he won it, right? He's a part
Yeah.
of the team, so I think it does help his case. But I don't know. I don't know. We'll
Freaking
see.
the way Yamal is playing though right now,
Maybe after
dude.
Sunday, it's a different story. Like I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
Did PSG win the treble or no?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
they
gonna
did.
say
They won.
that they did win a treble.
You kind of Yamal did kind of win the treble a little bit, but not really. Like he won the
The
domestic one and the
domestic.
Super Cup, and then the La Liga. But I would give it up to PSG at that point because I mean to Dembele, but
So wait, why
it's
are we having this with this Dembele Yamal debate when I think Rafinha has had a better season than Yamal?
he has scoring line. I feel teased up.
He,
You're right. Yeah, I think he has.
I can answer that.
Don't
I
get me
can
wrong.
answer that too.
To the naked eye, you see Yamal, and you're like, fuck, like,
You know
Come
why
on.
Yamal has a slight advantage over Rafinha?
what?
Because it's a 17-year-old Gabby doing
Oh, for sure.
this.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the way he's been playing is maybe like outshadowing right now the rest of the season.
Yeah.
I don't know, cause yeah, you're right. I feel like a while ago we were talking about Rafinha being
Yep.
up there against whoever else was in the lead at that time. But
He did. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. So I would say those are. I mean, I could see those being the top three.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
But I that's a good shout out for that.
Bro,
Good shout out.
I saw some people trying to throw in Mbappe in there. Like if they would have won,
Uh-uh.
you know.
I think
Yeah.
if they would have won, then you could say yeah, because they could have almost had a treble too if they would have beaten them in the final two. The other
Yep.
side. So I would have.
yeah. You
Well, he's
can't.
probably the fourth.
Yeah, he did have good score at the
He
end.
ended
He
up
did
having,
match.
yeah, like statistic wise, he ended up having a very good season.
But we already know
Yep.
trophy about them
it was-
trophies in Madrid.
Yeah.
Well, I guess. Well, yeah, but aside from that, we're talking about like the individual. So I don't know. It's hard for me because like you can have a really great season and maybe not win anything, but does that who deserves
Or-
the Ballon d'Or? Do you know what I mean?
You know which example
Yeah.
that brings up? That brings up when Lewandowski didn't win it.
Was that when he was with Bayern?
Yeah, when he was with Bayern, and I think who won it
Messi.
instead? Messi won it, and Messi, you could tell Messi was like Lewandowski should have won it.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a couple throughout the years where maybe there's people that question, like exactly what we're saying. Like, do you focus on what was won or the performance of the season? So,
There was that year that Ribéry won it. That like he won all those
Ribéry.
things and he didn't get it right.
yeah.
See, so
He won everything except that.
Except that, yeah. I mean, you can't have him be the face of the Ballon d'Or.
That's fucked up, man.
That is messed up, bruh. He's a
Hey.
legend. Riberi's a
Hey,
legend.
This is a Rob. This is a
A
Rob
Rob.
statement, not
Los Fantasy Cuz.
C
This represents what I think. Just joking.
LFC.
No, but what a Champions League final, man, that we hope next year's Champions League final is better than this one.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to PSG. Their fans, I'm sure, enjoyed the shit out of it. I would have. So, shout
Two
out
people
to them.
died in their parade.
Damn.
Injured.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't
That
see
one-
that.
Yeah, bro,
Paquita
it sucks. Like it sucks that sometimes like it goes down like that. You know.
You said it in like a laughing matter, so I was like, I didn't believe
No,
you.
bro, like it's
Yeah.
crazy. Like that's where they say that's why you can't let the Knicks fans win the
Yeah.
NBA
I
because
did
it'd be down like
because
that in New York.
I did see some wild scenes like of fireworks and all this shit after.
Yeah, bro, se pone bien loco. So it's like it sucks that it gets down like that. But
They get too crazy.
yeah,
But shout out to them, man.
PSG. So yeah, the other game that happened that same day though, but later in the evening was Gabby's team versus supposedly El Más Grande de Mexico or something like that. Who are those guys? What was the score of that game?
there's a team that didn't get in.
That's true.
They,
What was the score, Gabby? Tell us the score.
2-1, baby. Let's go. Hey, man. I don't care. Like, I don't care how we got in there, but we're in there. I feel like this sport does not give you second chances often.
Say
And
it with
we
your
gotta-
chest. Say it with your chest, Gabi. That's why you got. Hey, you
Right
got
there.
it like that. Tell it with your chest.
We got that second chance versus a team that's pretty much dominated Liga MX the last 3 years, and people
Dude,
they thought on their end that it was going to be a cakewalk. But
Cake. yeah,
thought-
right, dude.
I thought we were the better team the whole night.
Yeah. That's
They
good.
didn't give up, dude. They didn't give up. You know why? LAFC didn't score until like the 89th minute to tie it. So, if you guys watch the game, it pisses me off, dude. That, they know there's a little bit of time left and they're doing their subs and
Yeah.
on purpose they don't walk
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, they were walking along the line on the inside.
Hijos de su chingada madre, man. Like trying to waste time.
Okay, good, bro. Hey, por ser I know it's jugando con colmillo and all that shit that certain like people like to play with, but
Pa' que se les quite. Pa' que se les quite.
But- As far as the game goes, like the atmosphere was fucking awesome, man.
Mm-hmm.
The 32-52 brought it. Their fans brought it.
Yeah, it
The
was
20
wild
the-
fucking scenes as soon as they kicked off.
Yeah, exactly.
The 20% America / LAFC fans that were wearing their yellow jerseys can now take that jersey off and put their LAFC jersey on.
That's so true.
I know a couple guys that are the same way.
Yeah.
They look for both.
I had a couple homies that are like Super Americas, and
Yeah.
they went and sat with the 32-52 with their LAFC jerseys. I know a homie that went, who's an America LAFC fan, that didn't wear any jersey and just went to the game.
Just
Yeah.
fucking say
I knew some other homies that were with the Americas that were
Yep.
like with their shit, but it's like next
tomorrow
you're gonna be in the stadium with your LAFC
Exactly.
jersey. It is what it
Dude,
is.
how do you
Nah.
fucking root? How do you root in that game? I don't know how you do that.
You gotta make a decision, brother.
Bro,
It's
that's tough.
yeah.
Hey, was it where you're from, huh? From LA, or you're not from America? You're.
Yeah.
It's called your first love, Rob. Which one is your first love?
Well, that's America for I guess for those.
Yeah, that's
I
why.
still get shit from one of my closest buddies from the Sounders.
Because when we went to Chivas Sounders,
Yep.
yeah.
I mean, it's
Oh,
not
you go
an
for
easy
your
decision.
Chivas
but,
over Sounders for you, huh?
I mean, it's not over,
close.
but
It's one's
Yeah.
tatted. Is it? One's
It's tatted.
yeah, it's happened a couple times, and yeah, it's not fun, but it is fun at the same time. So, but besides the point, I just want to say, these motherfuckers were already talking about what refuerzos they were going to get for the
Yeah.
tournament.
That's right.
And que a quién van a poner, bro, calm your ass down. And the cherry on top for me was Cruz Azul winning it against Vancouver the next day, because then it was like even
Yeah.
like the cherry on top the whole MLS versus Liga MX thing. Hey, y'all can menospreciar MLS as much as you want, but you still got to show up. You still got to win, and they did not do that. So shout outs to LAFC for getting the dub.
Yeah.
LAFC's got 2 dubs against America in their history.
Man,
right? Out of 3.
Oh,
I don't know. I just going into the game, I was like, you know what, like they're gonna have a lot of fans, and we're gonna do our thing, and they're gonna do their thing, and they're probably gonna feel comfortable. But so are we. Like we're at home and everything, and like I felt good. And the first half was very. I feel like they both played very mistake free because it almost felt like a final.
yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, dude, we're very comfortable where we're at. Like everything was good. Unfortunately,
A bad PK that they
bad
did.
PK, and it's one of those things where all of us would have sticking our foot out to try to block the shot, and the dude kicks it, he hits him, whatever, good PK, whatever. But man, I just felt it like we're at home, like we just keep going. I got a good stat. This is a stat for later, but
Dale, bring it.
Buanga didn't score the goal to tie it, but Buanga has 6 game-winning goals after 90 minutes.
Dude, he's dangerous.
It's because he has that motor, bro. Like sometimes it's like everybody else is tired. He's just like,
Oh, dude, he's got this engine, dude.
bro.
As soon as those 2 subs were coming out and Igor scored the goal,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, dude, we're gonna go to extra time. We got this. We're at home. They subbed out 2 defenders, and we subbed in two offensive players. I was like, they're not gonna park the bus or sustain that for 30 minutes. There's no way.
I told Gabby in the group chat too. I was like, "Are we gonna go to PKs?" And he's like, "Nah, they're gonna win it in overtime."
Hell yeah. What did I say? I said they like to score in front of the 32-52.
And they did. Gabby, tell us the group now. Do you know who's gonna be in their group now with LAFC? Chelsea.
Oh, dude. To go back a little bit, Giroud went in.
Yeah.
And I swear, that was the fastest I've ever seen that dude play. Like, he was
He almost
fast.
scored.
He looked fast. He had three good shots on goal. I was like, este vato, he wants to play versus his old club, Chelsea.
Ah.
Hey, at that point, he's in good form right now. No, he's starting to play a little bit.
Well, he got his first goal the week before, and then he went in as a sub, and I'm like, God damn, this fool looks good. But there's some rumors going around, but we'll talk about that here in a bit. But June 16th, we got Chelsea. June 20th, ES Tunis. They're like an African team. And then the 24th, Flamengo.
Flamengo from Brazil.
Deixa eu te pego, jogo bonito.
Sanguis. But yeah, no.
Oh, here we go, Fabian.
No me digas, porque
Here we go. There's
what
were we saying? 4 teams, 4 Brazilian teams in this competition.
There is 4 Brazilian teams, Rob. So
one coming to Seattle.
When Botafogo plays the Sounders, I might just go make an appearance.
Yeah.
Hey, he's gonna be like, I gotta go run some errands. I'll be back.
I'm all of a sudden.
Yeah, también. No, está cabrón. So, yeah, no, that's awesome. That also MLS now has 3 teams representing, with the Sounders, Miami, and LAFC now. So, can't wait till that starts, because that FIFA Club World Cup starts
in a couple weeks.
June 14th.
Oh, that's next week, bruh.
June 14th, so
coming
hot. Which we'll talk a little bit about that too, because there's another tournament that's starting around the same time. So we'll touch on that a little bit down the line. Let's move on to the other Conca Champions final that Eddie touched up on a little bit. Vancouver versus Cruz Azul. I didn't see too much of this game, but I only saw the highlights.
I mean, you didn't need to.
Well, yeah, it was crazy.
Within 8 minutes, they were up 1-0.
Where was the game at? Did you see?
Universitario at Pumas Stadium, because that's where they've been playing this season.
And that's a hard stadium to play at, dude, because of the altitude.
Yeah, for sure.
And
obviously it was house packed, 33K. Of all Cruz Azul fans, there was some traveling support for Vancouver, but ni las manos metieron tampoco estos guys.
It's crazy though, because Vancouver's still in first place over here in MLS, so
Bro,
We
I mean, yeah, Vancouver, regardless of this result, has had a crazy season so far. But yeah, they went down bad.
and and so because of this Cruz Azul win, what that qualifies them for the next FIFA Club World Cup, right, Eddie?
Yeah, yep.
Which will be in about 4 years or 4 years, yeah, from this tournament.
This first inaugural format.
So there we go. We got our first team, Rob, that's going into the next FIFA Club World Cup.
Is it good, dude? That's exciting. I know that there's a lot. There was a topic that we wanted to brush up on. I know with the MLS teams getting in right now, right? So
Yep.
bring it up, Gabi. What's up with it? What's
The
going
what?
on with the MLS?
Yeah, let's jump into that one now since we're kind of on the same line.
My bad. Yeah.
Yeah, no, let's get into it because Eddie kind of touched up on it
No.
too. That
My compadre's got it right behind him.
Yeah. So Sunday, MLS home game versus Minnesota. The players decided to come out to warm ups with a T-shirt that they made, basically depicting the Monopoly guy running away with a bag of money,
you see that, Rob?
calling out, essentially MLS and FIFA. More MLS because that's who they deal with directly. I mean, FIFA set the pot, which is the most ever in a tournament that I know of, at $1 billion. So the reason they came out with these shirts though is because they've been trying for months. So if you guys don't know, let me take a step back. The MLS has a players association, which is essentially a union. So they signed a CBA, which is basically like a collective bargaining agreement, which is you sign it for a certain amount of years, and those are like, that's it tells you everything of like how much you're making, how much you're gonna get out of these tournaments. For example, there's a clause in there, right? So the reason they brought this up is because they've been trying to go to the table to talk to the league about the earnings, because I mean just getting in, the teams are making like 9.55 million just right off the bat.
Participating.
Yep. But since this is a new format and a new tournament that wasn't in the CBA, it wasn't in that. The players are like, hey, like, we gotta talk about this because it doesn't fall under these. But the league is saying that it does fall under it. So what's in the CBA that they agreed to in 2020 was that sorry, let me pull it up right here because I had it.
I think whatever tournament they're in, they only get $1 million for the players.
Yeah, so essentially the players are capped at $1 million, which is that's what they're gonna split all the players.
What?
Yeah.
So essentially, let's just say there's 28 guys on the
roster.
On the roster. That'll put them at about $37,500 each. So that's a little wild if you tell me, because then the league or the team is getting the other, 8 mil or 9 mil.
Well, because they're hosting at all these stadiums, bro.
But in the clause, that's where they're capped, bro. So
they can't make more than that. Is what they're saying.
In this tournament, they're getting $1 million for if they tie a game in the group stage. They're getting $2 mil if they win, and if they happen to get out of the group stage, they're getting like an extra 7.5 million. So, entre más lejos, más ganan. But the players stay at that cap.
At the cap. So the team in MLS is gonna keep raking that in.
Exactly. So that's why the players are like, hey, like, I mean, if you tell me just the whole 1 million to begin with is fucked.
Yeah.
Let alone the rest of it. So they've been trying to negotiate, not even negotiate, they're trying to start some type of negotiation, some type of conversation. And at that time, they weren't really getting like an answer from them. So the league And recently, after all this happened, because it went sort of viral, uh, the leagues came out and said that there has been communication between like the league and the representatives of the players association, but that they just hadn't come up with like a number or an agreement because the the association was trying to like get an answer from them, and they just sort of kept like almost like ignoring them in a sense, like just pushing it out. Well, now we're 2 weeks away, so the players are like, well, if we don't do anything right now, like nothing's gonna happen.
Yep.
Exactly.
So it's easier to do it now rather than after.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I mean, essentially, that's just there's so much more information on it. Honestly, like,
Sheesh.
but
kind of
50-50.
And I was watching. Go ahead.
go ahead.
I was watching the video of the like the group press conference that the Sounders had,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and like they're in contact with the Miami players and the LAFC players.
I was gonna bring that up. They're
Well, yeah,
in
the
contact with three
associations, they all
teams.
kind of, they have the representatives from each team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's because Rob, those are the three teams that are in the FIFA Club World Cup.
Yeah. And they're
The
gonna,
LAFC.
yep. So, I mean, at that point, though, they are hosting them in the basically a lot of the MLS. You know, they're getting a lot of revenue. I think the MLS as well, wouldn't they?
Mm.
Like, do they have like a number of how much they're expected to gross from this MLS? Not just as well as hosting the stadiums like Lumen Field and all that.
I haven't
I think-
seen any, but I
Or
mean,
is that all
just
FIFA?
that. Yeah,
I think
that's
I think
aside
it's
from it.
FIFA.
Yeah, I think they probably get that part of the money, and then this pot money is for the team.
Uh-huh.
But so the other day there was actually news that came out that they've actually been in communication now, like for real, and they're supposed to come up with some agreement here soon, but they're most likely gonna put it as like a player performance. So the farther they go, the more they'll probably end up getting. But
Raise that cap.
Yep.
Damn, but okay, let's say the Sounders have a really hard group.
Yeah.
Let's say they don't win any games. They're just gonna get the $1 million.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's the whole point of this, right? So, aside from our possibilities, because we're in the quote unquote group of death,
Yeah.
that's beside the point. Like, even if we don't get out of the group, like, you're talking about the 1 million. Like, for me, our chances might be slim, or people think they are, but we don't know what's gonna happen. So like, how you're just gonna say, oh, because they might not make it out of the group. Like, let's not even consider giving them more money. Like,
No,
I
what
think-
I'm saying is, let's say they don't make it out of the group.
yeah,
They should still get more than 1 million.
that's what I'm saying too, and that's what I'm assuming they're trying to get at. They're obviously not saying that, but
Yeah.
they're trying to have the conversation. So
Yeah, like there's no, like $1 million for 23 dudes. Like no.
Yeah, exactly. And divide it, and you're dividing it.
Yeah.
and so this is not to talk bad on LA or Miami. Half the guys on this team won this tournament to
Yeah.
get into this tournament. So
For
like for them it's like we've been waiting for this for years, right? And like I think they're the right ones to bring it up, and hopefully LAFC and Miami do back it up because they're in the tournament and they're
Exactly.
gonna go through the same exact thing. But
Well, not only that, but like, just kudos for the Sounders and their players, because it's for the. Let's fix this now, because so it doesn't happen at the next one and the next one.
Exactly.
yeah,
So, like,
I mean, next
forever-
time they sit down to sign the next CBA, they obviously will include something like this now.
Yeah.
But if they don't bring it up now,
Yep.
The MLS could take
Well,
advantage.
yeah. So how long has this Club World Cup been in like talks for already? Because was that before before the CBA, this last CBA, or what?
yeah, they signed it in 2020. So
Oh yeah.
this version,
And the-
I think, got announced afterwards.
And the Sounders didn't qualify until 2022. So you see, Rob, it was
Oh,
2
yeah.
years before the Sounders were actually qualified for this tournament.
In the clause, it calls out certain tournaments, but it doesn't call out specifically the Club World Cup. So that's
Yeah,
another
'cause
one.
FIFA, this is a new FIFA event, and FIFA's separate from like any of their CONCACAF or whatever.
Yeah, they
Exactly.
mention like Leagues Cup, they mention US Open Cup, they mention I mean, even those tournaments, like, okay, maybe the million is fine because they're a little bit smaller, but depending on how much the Leagues Cup is making,
Yeah.
también, it's another good point to bring up.
Bro, MLS needs to step up their game now that they're in the next tier now with the FIFA the stuff.
Yeah,
They're in the
exactly.
FIFA World Cup. That's the real money. They're
Yeah.
not in this little small. But well, that's good. That's really helpful. Like you said, it's curious. It's awesome to see that this is gonna like what this is gonna bring for like a lot of these other teams. Like even for MLS, that's gonna bring revenue. For this is gonna give the chance for Chivas at one point if they ever could qualify for this. So it gives them an extra like little incentive for see where this revenue is gonna help out with these teams.
Yeah,
Exactly. That's
not to get off
exactly what it
topic
is.
a little bit, but I think this was a similar issue that sort of had Chicharito ran out of the selección. I think he was bringing up similar stuff about the selección, and that's how they like blackballed him. It had to
about
do
Like
with
money,
it had to do with money that the selección was making versus
more.
what they were getting. Because I'm pretty sure the U.S. men's team has some type of lucrative deal for their players. So
Yeah,
it's like very similar situation that I think got him blackballed since a while ago now. But
Yeah, exactly. That's why they haven't been calling him up. So yeah, it's just fairness, Rob. It's just fairness. It's all like the Sounders players want too.
Well, I mean, if it was all fairness, Inter Miami wouldn't be in this. No, I'm just kidding. It's off topic.
Hoy no más. But anyways, yeah. So the FIFA Club World Cup, Rob, starts on June 14th,
Mm-hmm.
with the first game being Tus Primos del Al Ali versus Miami. But you know what's
Al-Ahly.
happening? What's happening on that same day? Copa Oro starts on the same day.
Oh, sick.
On June 14th, Mexico versus La República Dominicana de Conchanchana.
Oh,
But
shit.
already,
but before we jump into Copa Oro in Mexico, any other things you want to say, Eddie, before we get off this topic?
yeah, I guess La Selección actually plays tomorrow, amistoso in Salt Lake versus Switzerland at 1 p.m. Pacific. So that'll be cool to see. I guess see what they got to offer. I mean, there's been some talks of like the starting 11, and Aguirre's not committing to anything for the Selección for the Copa de Oro. So
There
I'm
we go.
curious to see.
If you didn't know that there was a game, I didn't know they were playing in Amistoso tomorrow, so now I got something to watch.
Yeah, and we get so they play Dominican Republic, the Dominican. So
That's the first game for the Copa Oro.
Yep. So, do you guys want to get into with the Club World Cup? I know, like on Sunday, the best matchup would be PSG Atletico. That's gonna be a good one. But
Anyway,
you guys going to any of the games, or is there any in Vegas, Gabi,
For which one?
or any the FIFA Club World Cup?
No, nothing here. But I kind of wanted to mention there's.
Wait, let's go back. Let's go back.
Let's go back a little bit. There's a 10-day transfer window right now. For the
10-day transfer.
meaning, explain that.
So on the first, I believe it opened right after LAFC's game. There's a 10-day transfer window for is that Eddie MLS or everybody?
I think it's everyone
Yeah, I think everybody
because
It's
remember,
everyone, but
register them before these few days, right?
Yeah, it ends on the 10th.
Yeah.
So teams will be able to sign whatever players for the Club World Cup.
because
But
remember, Gabby, we were talking about Ronaldo trying to come over here too.
Yeah.
Who's LAFC and Seattle Sounders talking about picking up?
No one.
The Sounders, no one. I don't know about LAFC. I don't think so.
We're gonna pick someone up in the summer transfer window for sure. But I don't think we're gonna get someone in the 10-day transfer window because the roster's full. But I was looking at the LAFC like podcasts, and one of the dudes mentions like this is a FIFA tournament. So why not sign a player for the FIFA World Cup?
Like just for that.
for
You
that.
could do 1 month loans, can't you?
Well, no, sign him because LAFC is going to sign someone regardless in the summer transfer window. Because you know Cengiz Sunder,
No, who is that?
he is he played with the dude from the Sounders. They played on Fenerbahce together.
Oh,
The
from
new
the
Sounders
back.
guy,
Ryan Kent.
Ryan Kent and Cengiz Sunder played together. He's on LAFC on a 6-month DP loan. But his clause is $25 million.
Okay.
So LAFC is not gonna buy him. So when the new transfer window opens, they're gonna send him back to Fenerbahce. So that's gonna open up a DP spot.
Got
And
it.
then there's a rumor that they're trying to send Olivier Giroud to Brazil.
Hold on.
So then that opens another DP spot.
Yeah.
But the roster's full right now. But some of these dudes were like, hey, why don't they just sign a guy for the Club World Cup? It's a different tournament. It's not MLS rules. You sign him. When you come back, he just trains with the team. And then once the transfer window opens, you register him. Because we're going to have an open
Makes
spot because
sense.
Cengiz Under is going to be gone.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But
But he's gonna be right there already, waiting for Cheeky Sunder to leave.
or waiting for the new transfer window to open up, but you're going to be practicing with the team.
Yeah.
But as of right now, I haven't heard any rumors of anything. So as of right now, nobody.
But we do know that Chivas is gonna loan out a player to Pachuca, right?
Yeah,
Jose Castillo's supposed to go.
So you see, like there are teams, Rob, that are picking up players from other teams.
I also
They
saw.
also got the guy from Toluca.
They wanted Roberto Alvarado, but he said no days.
That's right. He preferred to go play with the selección.
Oh, hey, did you guys see the owner of Leon with his tweets?
And he was with
Yeah.
what's his name, Will Ferrell?
Well, he put the first tweet watching the game,
Yeah.
and he had like it said like pinches like
Camisonas que tengo.
camisonas or whatever, and a bunch of jerseys, and then he had an LAFC jersey on the table, and then when LAFC won, he put the picture with Will Ferrell and the LAFC jersey. Like, dude, that's like Liga MX drama. Like, you should be. It's crazy with all this that happened. Like, you should be supporting. They should be supporting each other, you know. And it's like all this.
No,
You need telenovelas, bro.
Yeah,
No.
Rob's favorite.
Yeah.
La
Hey,
Rosa
but-
de Guadalupe.
Since with some of the transfers with the Real Madrid, they almost was trying to get that Franco Mastantuano guy actually to play, but I'm actually trying to go watch that game with Inter versus River Plate to see how he's gonna play.
Where's
Oh,
that?
with the guy that's on River Plate that Real Madrid's trying to get.
The 17-year-old.
Yeah,
Wait.
that's gonna be in Seattle, Gavi.
That's gonna be in Seattle.
Oh damn, that's sick.
Yeah, it's against Inter.
They already said he's not going to go to Madrid until August. They said.
Yeah, because they want him
But
to
he-
play here.
But he'll be here in Seattle, so we could watch him. We could probably get to see him.
Yeah, I think they're training at the Sounders facility.
Oh, I did see that.
I think they're here or they're about to be here.
Jeez. So yeah, there's a lot of news, bro, in this FIFA Club World Cup, man. There's so much drama, so much news. Hopefully it all gets straightened out. I know we're gonna get some good games for sure. There's gonna be some good games. So over here at Los Fantasy Cuz, we'll be freaking watching them for sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And, but I want to move into the next subject and move into Mexico and Copa Oro because they released the list of los convocados for this Copa Oro. And I want to ask you guys a question about the list. Do you think this is Mexico's A team that is getting called?
I mean, what would you consider it?
They're calling all the guys from Europe and everyone. They're calling, the best forwards we have right now. They're calling them for this tournament.
I mean, I would say so. I don't know what else to call it.
I like the list. There's only one thing I don't like about the list.
What is it? Who is it?
And I'm not being a hater. I don't think Ochoa should be there.
Who would you rather have instead of Ochoa?
Well, first off, Malagon's probably going to be the starter. which is fine. He's great. If you need somebody to be on Malagon's heels and for the starting the spot, El Tala's there, right on his heels,
Talase.
right? So that's fine. So, but what the fuck do you need Ochoa there for? Like, give another dude an opportunity to be there. I would have
Been
taken.
talking for years about, start getting the new wave, the new era, but then they still call these same motherfuckers back.
Like Henry, they called Henry Martin, for example, but he's hurt, so he couldn't go. But stuff like that.
You got that kid Alex Padilla from Pumas. He's 21 years old. Like, give him the experience, man. Like,
Exactly.
what you don't need a 39-year-old Guillermo Ochoa there. Malagon's fine. He's gonna, you know.
What about what's his name that plays for Tijuana that used to be on Chivas, the goalie?
Toño?
Rodriguez.
Toño, yeah.
He's old too, but maybe they're taking him for the experience. But I think Malagon and Tala they're solid.
I think the whole point of this is we're trying to get at let the younger guys play, or at least bring them in, give them some experience. Let the new wave, the new era, come. We're 1 year away from the World Cup, bro.
Yeah.
I think this is smart then to start with the A team now, so they can start playing in a good rhythm. Mix in a few of those guys, like you were saying, Eddie. So by the time next year comes, we'll be having a solid squad, hopefully.
Yeah, we don't need none of these players like Rob's boy Pulisic
Or Chucky Lozano.
saying no to the selección.
Yep.
So, hey, Chucky not playing, is he not going to be in the part of the future?
He got called up, but he's hurt, so that's why they told him it's okay to not come. But dude, check out the 8 forwards that Mexico called up.
There's depth there.
Chino Huerta. We got the new Chivas player, Efrain Alvarez. Santi Jimenez. Raúl Jimenez. Quiñones. Vega. Alvarado. Ángel Sepúlveda. Dude, you can... Fuck, man. You could almost put all of those guys in to hopefully, have a good freaking offense.
Yeah, the way some of these guys have been playing, you got your choices.
Who would you be your guys' 3?
I don't even think it'd be 3. He's gonna
That's
be
2,
probably
huh?
do 2. He's gonna probably do
He's probably
2
gonna do
forwards.
Santi and Jimenez.
Vega.
But Vega, dude,
Bro,
Vega's been playing fucking solid.
If we're talking specifically on the strikers, I don't consider all them strikers, obviously.
No.
True.
Yeah, no,
True.
wingers.
I would
True.
put Sepulveda,
Yeah.
bro. He's been one of the hottest right now.
And you know why that would be cool to put Sepulveda? Because his teammate Lira would be playing in the midfield, and they have a good connection.
Yeah, give him his last run. He's on his last, years. Give him at least that point. If he's so hot, let him get his last until the legs fall off. The fool's 34 at this point.
So no, I feel like in the midfield, Edson Alvarez. I know he's probably going to start, but I don't really like him that much. I'd rather see Luis Chavez. Actually they called Marcel Luis also too, that's an interesting one.
Yeah.
They're gonna have Gallardo playing on defense. Oh, and Mateo Chavez too. So Mateo Chavez and Gallardo are gonna be battling that spot, right?
Go. That was cool to see.
Our 2 center defenders are gonna be Montes and Vasquez for sure. You can't move those guys. And then on the right, it could be Jesus Sanchez, or it could be even Julian Araujo, which a lot of people are saying, why is Julian Araujo there?
I mean, maybe because he plays in Europe. That's probably the only reason.
Ex-Galaxy, isn't he, Gabby?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
what is he?
Julian Araujo.
He's a defender.
Yeah,
Yeah.
playing
I
for
can't
Porn.
remember. I can't remember if Barcelona technically still owns him.
They
That's
might
right. He
have
did
a
put
buyback
them.
clause on him.
Yeah,
He's
I don't know.
23 years old. Um, I don't know. Maybe they want to see what he's got.
See if he can. Yeah, exactly. Maybe that's one of those players that Aguirre is kind of testing out to see if he can make it for like next year's squad and stuff.
What about the 16-year-old Gilberto Mora?
Oh, midfielder.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
right.
smooth.
From TJ.
he started having some game starts in for Tijuana. So
But so you see what we're talking
these are
about, Rob?
that's the type of player you might want to give some times, like here
To
sprinkle
mix
in
with the
some games,
older,
get him like
experienced guys.
yeah. But
So I feel like this is the A team, and Aguirre has to start, making them play good so they can start getting the chemistry now.
Yeah, I'm curious. Man, I miss the old feelings and times of La Selección. Like, I want to get back into that. Like, I mean, I still care, but it just doesn't feel the same. So, like, don't get me wrong. I want to see them win. Like, I still watch the games, especially during the World Cup. Like, I'm all in. But I will say, I think there's no excuse. We have to win the Copa de Oro. Like,
Exactly.
especially
Exactly,
with
because
the U.S. quote unquote not bringing their best players. Like, I don't care. No excuse. We still got to win. Whether
even
they
if they
did or not.
exactly, even if they brought their A team.
that's where I'm saying we get all a little bit hyped up for these like Copa de Oro or like these these little ones that are like just against like the North American teams, and at
Yep.
that point then we get all hyped up and then they'll probably win this one and then we're hyped up into the World Cup and hopefully they give us some good results and get some good chemistry going because we do have some talent that actually can compete at this point.
Bro, we're playing the World Cup at home on our
Yeah.
home soil. Like, they need to start putting in work,
Yep.
like getting ready. Like, this is a chance of a lifetime, bro. Like, literally, like, I'm getting chills right now. Like, win again. Like, this is the stuff that we've dreamed of since we were kids, bro.
Yeah.
Like, imagine them coming out at the Akron, at the Azteca. Like, bro. Oh my goodness, man.
Eddie, you know what that reminds me of?
What?
The Simpsons prediction:
What they predict?
Portugal versus Mexico in the final.
Oh, hey, I don't know, bro. The Simpsons be calling out a lot of things,
Yeah,
bro.
that's why, and
Dude.
that kind of leads us into our next segment, with the Portugals and the Germans and the Spains and the Frances. But the Simpsons predicted in this World Cup, that it's going to be Mexico and Portugal in the final. That would be crazy.
That'd be wild.
So
I'm
let's
down.
hope. But yeah, so like I said, that leads us to our next segment with the UEFA Nations League matches semifinals that happened this week. The first one was Portugal versus Germany on Wednesday, and then on Thursday we had Spain versus France. But I want to get into the Portugal versus Germany first. Did you guys watch a little bit of that game or not?
A little bit,
I wasn't able to catch it live.
just highlights.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what'd you think, Rob?
I mean, at that point, Portugal looked like a better team. Florin Wirtz looking good.
Scored.
Looking
Froenworth looked real good.
Yeah, bro. He just pushes the team just forward, bro. That's all he does, bro. I love
The
that.
the goal that he scored, dude, like I always want to bring up these tips for kids, like for the younger generations. The way he started that play, where he gave the ball and he just moved a little bit, so when they chipped it to him, like the defender didn't even know where he was, but he got a solo header basically, all from a pass and move, just pass and move.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He just has the flow with the team bro, it's beautiful to watch. But at that point, I mean, Portugal right now, I don't know what, but going south like that full score, and that was a
Golazo,
pretty solid ass goal.
lefty curved outside of the 18.
and
And
then CR7 to a little chip it, little easy one, huh?
bro, CR7's looking old though, bro, because before he scored his goal, he had a similar type of play where they crossed it and he barely like got to it, which if the Ronaldo from 5, 6, 7 years ago would have made that goal easily.
Yeah, but then did you see also the pass he made to fucking Jao Felix?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
Jao
yeah,
Felix
yeah.
fucking
He
like
still has
hero.
that. He
Like
still has that.
he's still
Ronaldo still
balling
has
like at
that.
that point. But he at that, come on, he's like LeBron, bro. Like when they're about to, what are they playing till 50 or what?
That's what he wants, dude. He wants to win the World Cup.
Bro,
Let's
it feels like so long ago that on those first couple episodes that we were talking about the first rounds of this.
Yeah.
Because remember, this was like literally like months ago.
February.
February. Jesus
February.
Christ.
And we're barely here.
Hey, give him his credit though. He tapped it or he did
Yeah,
the goal
yeah.
Yeah,
enough to get
he
it
played
to the final.
90. He played 90.
He played 92. It
Jeez.
was crazy. Did you guys know that this is Portugal's first win against Germany since the year 2000?
Damn.
Oh yeah, bro. That it's been a minute for them. They like
What?
I forget.
They had the number, huh?
They've owned fucking what's his name, CR7.
Yeah, so first win in 25 years, dude.
What a way to do it in the semifinal.
Semi to make it to the final. Anything else you want to touch up on this game, Rob, before we move into the next one?
How did
Nah.
how did Eric's King look?
Oh, Bruno?
Yep.
He played all 90.
He had a few shots. He controlled the midfield again. He looked like the Bruno Fernandes from Manchester United, except he had a lot of good players around him, so he doesn't stand out as much when he plays for Portugal. But he still needs to be there. Because
Bueno,
Bruno
sí,
Fernandes.
sí se va o no, pues, Rob.
No, bro. No, bro. Bruno Fernandes no se va, no se va. Those are
No
that
se
was
va?
their- Hey, just a shout out for our boy freaking Eric was throwing saying that Vitinha not being started should have been is a crime, bro. So I agree with that, bro. Like the way his forms, but you
Yeah,
got to give him what I say is like after you won a championship, the fucking Champions League, give him a little easy on the guy, give somebody else.
true.
But no, I mean at that point for me, I don't think Portugal's gonna end up winning this one. I think
Oh, bro.
the form right now that Spain is like, it's insane, right? Like I don't think Portugal will pull this off, but
There's
It's still like an enticing game, though. Like,
yeah.
Oh,
It,
come on,
it's still gonna be cinema.
it's a rivalry, bro.
Still.
It's gonna be beautiful, bro.
It used to be
It's gonna be
like
good.
Cristiano Ronaldo against his ex Real Madrid teammates, like when Sergio Ramos was there, when Busquets was there, when Xavi was there. You see, so it's still a rivalry.
Pepe being a fucking puerco before.
Pepe was there. You see, and now we got the younger generation that spanked France, dude. Did you guys see a little bit of that one?
Yeah, a little bit of the goals. I mean, there was a lot of goals, bro.
That was a shootout.
Yeah.
Esa nada más de la pinche metralla.
When I checked the score, it was 5-1 in the 67th minute.
Yep.
And I was like, "Oh my lord, what is going on?" And then when I checked the final score, it was freaking 4-5. I was like, "I wait."
All the goal. That's
what
when all the goals happened, and France came to life basically.
Bro, they almost had. I mean, they had almost completed a comeback. It would have been an insane comeback for them. But like how I'm seeing some of these games, wouldn't you guys feel as well? Like a lot of these guys just had long seasons, and like they're coming into these like tournaments. Like I see a lot more openings, like in the like the field. Like I don't feel like they're as tight on the defense, right?
Yeah,
For
like,
example-
it's almost like some of them were like already ready to go to vacation, but then they're
Yeah.
like, "Oh shit, I still gotta."
For
play."
example, Rabiot made a PK, and he's a midfielder. What was he doing back on defense? Like, because of, like you're saying, Rob, all the other players were a little bit tired. Rabiot was the only one that was pressuring Spain's forward, but then he ended up committing a PK. If his teammates weren't as tired, maybe it could have been someone else instead of Rabiot that could have tackled that Spain forward. I don't know who he fouled, but clear PK.
Are you referring to Yamil's son?
Eduardo Yamal?
Eduardo Yamal, bro. He cooked again, bro. He was.
Dude, he's too good, man. He is
But that's
too
where
freaking
that's what I'm
good.
saying. He's the young buck, bro. That he's like, no se va a cansar ese güey. Like everybody else. Fucking,
Yeah, true. You know what crazy stat I saw? That Yamal has beaten Mbappe in the past like
this whole year, 6-0, right?
6-0, dude, with Selección or with Barca Real Madrid.
It was starting with the final last year.
With Spain, France.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
At that time, that's what I'm saying when Rabiot was talking about Yamil, and then he hit him with that fucking banger when he cut him to the left.
That's right.
Oh my lord, I'll never forget. That one was fucking beautiful.
But since then, Mbappe hasn't been able to beat Yamal.
Oh,
I think
know.
we focus too much on that, but
some sick goals in this game, though. I mean, Pedri had a little nice little.
That was a golazo. That whole play.
Yeah, the whole play. The play was nice.
Nico Williams was playing amazing.
The Ryan Shirky, the guy that's going to possibly go to Manchester City. Bro, how does Manchester City have all this money? I thought they were facing charges. Y todavía nada, güey.
Pues ya sabes.
That was a sick goal. So.
No, and Cherky actually gave an assist for the fourth goal too, where he chipped it and they just headed it to score the fourth goal. So I feel like if Cherky would have been in sooner, he could have helped them also like a little bit more. But he came in too late.
It was a wonderful game, that's for sure.
Gonna be a good final. So it's gonna be, when's the final? Tomorrow or Sunday?
Sunday at 12.
Sunday at noon over here on the Pacific.
That third place game is at 6 a.m. Germany, France.
Oh well, that's a little too early.
No, that's a good ass matchup too. Fuck.
Predict it, Rob. Who do you think Germany France will be? Who would the winner be?
Fuck. I think it's just because France, the way that they're attacking, I give it to France. But I don't know. Germany.
I don't know. I think I lean a little towards France on that one too. Just the way they sort of ended the game.
Yeah.
If they make a couple changes, like Fabian was saying,
maybe
I think
they could. Will you, Gabby?
France.
I want to give you guys la contra, but I'm gonna say France too.
Give the contra, bro. There's gotta be one at least.
One of us. Fuck it then.
Eric will.
Oh yeah,
Eric's Germany.
Then.
Eric's Germany.
I'll give it to Germany because.
Yeah, well, I mean, at this point for Portugal, Spain, who you got, Gabby?
I'm gonna go with Spain, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
in extra time or in full time.
I want it to be a good game, so I'm gonna say extra time.
All right. Eddie.
We know who Eddie's gonna pick.
I mean, why? Why would you assume that? I mean, honestly, I think even if Spain, bro. I'm sorry, but
see, his favorite players are
not even that, bro. Just the way they were looking, bro.
Dude, Spain. That's why I hate.
It's not even about the colors, bro. They just look
football, bro. Like good. Remember, bro. That's why it's good to see them back on top like this again. Because
even Spain's goalie, what is it? Inuai, I forget his name, but he had a good game too. So I feel like he can continue his form as well. They got Fabian Ruiz. Nico Williams is playing amazing.
Yeah, our boy Hoyson.
Oh, Oriazabal is the one that gave Nico Williams some good passes as well. They're gonna beat Portugal, bro. They're gonna beat Portugal 2-1.
Bro, that Mikel Marinho, bro, that guy's been on a hot streak too.
I saw
Yeah,
some
yeah.
people were sort of hating on the guy from Arsenal. What's his name?
Merino.
Yeah. I don't know why, if it was the defending or at some point, but bro, they just look too good, bro.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
Imagine from here to next year.
it's gonna be a tough team to beat for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, I think that Portugal still has some stuff to figure out before they. I don't think that they got this game either. But if they do, then it's like you said. It's just any given day. You said you still got to play the final.
As
What
long
do
as it's not a repeat of Champions League.
True,
Yeah,
true,
it better be a good game.
Yeah.
true. So you said Spain too, Rob,
Yeah, I'm gonna say Spain.
and then we'll give Eric Portugal then again because his
I mean, he
favorite
might
player
go with Portugal, like
Yeah,
for real, because of his
because of
boy.
Bruno. Yep.
We don't know. We don't know.
Yep. So we'll give Eric that team as well.
Yeah. Good job, Eric. We'll see how you do.
Yeah, he
You know,
might.
he
We'll
threw a
see.
parlay out there too.
All right, let's keep it moving, you guys. Let's go move into some Chivas news because every week, bro, something new comes up. New shirt, something that the coach said. We got a new player. Is there any other player rumors that you guys know that could be happening anytime soon?
I haven't heard anything yet, but the Diego Campillo stuff is like kind of like up and down.
Is that the one from Juarez?
Yeah,
Yeah, our ex-player that we sold.
that we gotta buy back.
Bro, they want. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. They want too much money. Like, there's no way.
They're saying the triple,
Damn.
but they need and want a center back. So,
I mean, for
either-
that type of money, though, like I'd say you start looking at other options, in the sense of like if you're gonna pay that much for him, then start looking at what the other options cost and look at their quality. You know what I mean? But
or Tapatio.
yeah,
next
I
man
mean
up.
they're looking good right now. They're actually playing for the Campeón de Campeones versus
Yeah.
UDG. They're up 1-0 on the first leg,
Oh, nice.
which is a cool little clásico, second division. But,
When does the season start, Eddie?
I mean, we said it last week. I think it's not till July, like the second week of July.
So they'll be in preseason right now.
Yeah, they're in preseason right now. Yep. But yeah, I think it's July 19th is our first game, I believe, versus León.
Okay, and we'll see if James Rodriguez is still there.
If you feel safe enough, right?
Yeah, that too. That too. I bet you, dude. I bet you he's gonna say a bunch of stuff when he leaves Mexico.
Sure. But the only little bit of news that I saw this week was they're still trying to figure out Victor El Pocho Guzman. They're trying to use him as like maybe a trade, you know. But supposedly they have an agreement with Pachuca. The only holdup is that he costs too much in the sense of like his wages.
Mhm.
So that might cause it to not go through, because they're trying to loan him out. But even with the loan, like, you know, so they're paying his wages. So that's on hold as of right now. He's with the team still. And then the other one is Mozo. But Mozo is also too expensive that teams, just the two teams that have asked about him, just they only asked, they're like, okay, no thanks. Like, there hasn't even been negotiations with him yet.
Is
So,
it official too that Nene Beltran is gone? Is that official now too?
yeah, he went to León. And once again, you know, player after player throwing little Instagram
Shit.
stories and whatever you want to call it. It wasn't bad, but like they put stuff where it's like, I gave it all that I had, or all that they allowed me to give, or some shit.
Oh my
It's
god!
like, all right, bro.
And watch he goes off.
I mean, I got no hate for the guy, but it's like the little stuff like that. It's like they're taking shots more at the directiva or the people who might have, you know, said, okay, your time here is done.
Yep.
But I mean, hopefully he does well. I mean, that's usually what happens. We've seen it time and time again. I don't know what you guys feel about Beltran leaving.
I thought he was doing good, dude, this season. So I felt like him leaving is gonna put a little dent in our defense. But if you guys think that the next guy up is just as good, then that's where I don't know if the next guy up is just as good. That's why I ask you guys what you think.
I mean, I don't mind it. I mean, he was a good little player for us, but I don't think he exploded like we wanted him to.
Mm.
Or I don't know if we surrounded him or enough. I don't know.
Yeah. It was
It
just
is what it is.
another one of those cases where like he showed glimpses,
Yeah.
but he never fully had like a, I don't know, I guess a consistent full season. Because
Yeah.
from what I remember, I don't think he ever got called up to La Selección, and I feel like that's not the parameter, but that just goes to show a lot of times that hey, like you're having a good season, or so. But yeah, I mean it is what it is. Move on to the next one. I mean, I think from the last time we were here, we signed Efrain Alvarez.
That's right.
That's official. So
Well, it was But that when we were on the pod last week, we were saying if it was going to be confirmed. So now on this pod, we can say it's officially confirmed.
It's official. And he, the Wheelas tried to get him too, but he said, "Nah, I'm good."
He's excited. He's excited to come play with Chivas.
yeah, those are the players you love to see come. His family, Chiva's family. He grew up, it was one of those things he said that like he's always dreamed of, and now he's here, which is cool because he's with the selección right now. So it just goes to show he's been on.
Do you guys remember if we talked about the Toluca America final last pod?
Yeah.
I think we
I
did.
think we
yeah,
did.
because obviously it's been 2 weeks by now.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't this weekend. It was the week before that. So I think we did talk about the final this last pod. So, no, like I said, Toluca has a lot of players. What was the guy, Marcel Reese? Wasn't Chivas interested in him too?
Rumors a couple seasons a while back, but
No, nothing this season.
No, not that I've seen. Obviously, I think they gotta wait for Ricci for a certain date. I think we already mentioned to make that one official, and then I don't know. Anything can happen. I feel like maybe after the Copa de Oro, we'll see what something might pan out.
Any news on Almeida?
No, I mean I think he signed with Pachuca.
Okay, damn, I haven't seen if that's official.
negative. No, Jimmy Lozano's with Pachuca.
Oh yeah,
That's right. That's right.
Oh,
That
yeah,
one's
yeah,
official.
that was the rumor.
Yeah.
Because remember in the chat, Eric put it, and I'm like, fake news. Jimmy Lozano Pachuca.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, see, I'm going off of.
Wait, Rob.
You know who I'm thinking of?
It's fake news, bruh.
Gago is back. Liga MX.
Oh, that's the new rumor.
And on top of it, he's gonna be on a series. Because that's
Hijo de
what
su
Necaxa's
chingada madre.
doing. I think.
That's
I can't remember if that was just last season or if it's gonna happen again this season.
yeah. That's what I said in the group chat too. Necaxa, Rob, is how Wrexham had their Welcome to Wrexham.
Yeah.
Necaxa is gonna have one now.
I think I saw that is on Amazon or something.
Yep.
Yeah, I believe it's for last season, but who knows? Maybe they'll do it again back to back.
Hey,
But whatever, dude. Gago ends up. It hasn't been finalized or official yet, but they're saying that it's close.
get more money for the.
Dude, like, no prenden esos güeyes, okay? Like, did you not see what he did?
No,
The moment he has a chance to bounce, he's gonna bounce.
Hey,
Like-
March 23rd, or sorry, September 23rd, Necaxa at El Akron.
Let's go.
Woo!
Dude,
Can't wait for the fans.
the fans are gonna fucking just. Oh, that's gonna be good.
God damn.
Not unless se expulsa the game before.
Oh,
On
Get a-
purpose.
Just get a red card on purpose.
On purpose, so he doesn't have
I'm
to
trying
go."
back. Hey, he's not trying to go back to the crime scene where he stole the AC.
Boy. No.
Jesus
Está cabrón.
Nah, este güey se pasa.
that's crazy, man. I can't believe they're Necaxa's like actually doing that. It's like the Picantes were like, dude, this dude like, uh, they should vet him from the Liga MX
Yeah,
from
exactly.
that he did and stuff like that. Like you don't do that shit.
It's because he wants to go see Eva Longoria.
Yeah, so do you.
Well, yeah, well, I would, yeah. If I was Gago too, I would be like, well, let's go see. ¿Qué pasa?
Yeah, right. But to
Here we
close out the
go.
Chivas segment,
Here we go.
Milito obviously he's there now. They're in preseason. Word is that some of these players are like, hey, yo, one of the toughest preseasons they've ever gone through, which honestly I think they need it. We've talked about it,
They
right?
need it.
He's having them do like 2-a-days. He's strict. He's making them, be on their shit, which is what they need, bro. But at the same time, they're saying that he's also, like, he cares and he's trying to meet them on a personal level. Like, obviously he's new. Like, he's trying to get to know these guys. Like, he cares about these guys. So it's not like he's just being a hard ass. He's also trying
He's just
to,
kicking their ass. He's not just
create
kicking their ass.
the team vibe and the chemistry and all that. So he's
Yeah.
putting in work.
That's good. He's gonna build it up.
Hell yeah,
That's good
what we
news,
need.
Eddie. That makes me feel better. Like in the last pod, I was like I wasn't feeling too sure, but stuff like this will make me for sure like have more confidence.
Yeah, I guess we didn't touch too much on the calendar. It came out right. I don't know if you want to go over it. If we got plenty of time to cover it in the next couple weeks.
I think so. I think we have plenty of time for sure. All right, let's move on to our next segment, Rob's favorite segment, where there's been some changes in MLB. Rob,
No, I know.
there's
Some teams that have been on the struggle train.
Yep.
The Mariners, bro.
Exactly.
They're on the little struggle train right now. They were
It's a one-man show right now. What the hell is going on, bro?
Cal Raleigh's the only one.
Dude, there's
You need to
been
wake
some
up.
drama. There's been some drama with some umpires too, dude. Like the one that was reffing the freaking Pirates against the Padres.
Yeah, and San Diego, dude.
McCutcheon was like this,
The top of
like this.
like for the whole inning, just I see two
Bro,
innings.
he did not blink.
Yeah, dude.
I was like, this guy he was on it. He was
Literally.
waiting for him to walk by
Yup.
him, and he said, "Nah, skirt."
That was some BS.
He was, and the thing is, he was like a replacement or something too for the series or something. So he's like an emergency ump.
Yeah.
No, you can tell too, because a lot of times when these guys take their mask off, like you can tell they're young. Like some
Yeah.
of them are young. I mean, not that makes them bad, but
Nah,
you know,
dude, that fool was not trying to have it. He's like, hey, I me voy a la chingada. But bro, the Dodgers too. The Dodgers have had like a tough, like I'm not saying tough. They've been playing really good teams. Like dude, they're playing off series against the Phillies, the Yankees, the Mets. Now they're playing the Cardinals. Like they've been playing some tough teams, but going through all the injuries, they're still holding their own. But I still I expect them to work their guys till they get till October. So
Exactly. That's
I'm
what
sure
everyone is saying.
he's like
Everyone's saying
we're
that.
basically prepping a lot of these guys and filling in innings and getting it ready
Yeah.
for October. But for the other, like I'm just disappointed again. Like you said, as you can see that the fucking Astros are back in first place.
Fucking Astros, man.
You guys are supposed to.
I mean, I still have hope, bro. But like, yeah, this little run right now is wild. Like, how are you gonna lose to the Orioles at
That have
home, get
been-
swept? Like, these are the games that we're like, oh yeah, we can win this series. We can win this series. At least get 2 out of 3. You know, like, I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
Maybe better know.
Even today against the Angels, did you guys end up losing, right?
Yeah,
that was
5-4.
5-4.
Yeah, bro. Like that's the thing. Like, and that's the thing that I feel like different from being like looking at the Mariners games. Like with the Dodgers, they'll be down 3-0, they'll be down 4-0, and they're still gonna get a chance no matter what. You know.
Because you know that the players are gonna come through.
Yep. But I don't see that like with the Mariners with you guys as much.
That's
Well,
like the last.
there's
thing.
been games where but right now they're on a slump. Like there's no way around it. Like the offense is not there, and
Mhm.
even the pitching a little bit, because I've been hearing a lot of talks about oh, we need another bat, we need another bat. But I think right now what we also need is help in the bullpen, bro. Close out some of these games.
Exactly.
But even with that, bro, Cal Raleigh still showing up. 24 home runs right now.
He's number one.
Place,
yeah.
Which is crazy.
Number one right now.
I mean, we all know the catcher has the toughest position in baseball, so for him to still be showing up every day and performing,
well,
see. I mean, obviously there's still 100 games left in the season, but
yeah, no, and there's like you said, there's teams that have these stretches like during the season that like it's like it's the wave, but you guys have a couple pitchers that are already having the rehab, so at that point, I mean, let's see what the Mariners end up fucking cooking up in these next couple of weeks, but.
Yeah. If it wasn't for Aaron Judge, I think Cal Raleigh would be leading MVP.
Shit, didn't he hit a home run like yesterday again?
Yeah. He's first place right now.
So, bro, that's tough, bro. Like, same thing with the Dodgers right now. Sometimes they have little injuries here and there. It's like the Mets looking like one of the best teams too right now. So it's like that.
Mets are getting good. Detroit is still up there. I think they're number one overall in the whole. The Yankees started playing really good recently. So,
didn't the Dodgers just sign some fools?
Yeah, they have a couple guys that they're like testing out. Like, I think they had the
Urania. We got to do for the Mariners.
They traded a guy with the Mariners, and then they traded a Reds guy.
I think we swapped pitchers.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah. So who do we have next? Who do the Dodgers play this weekend, and who do the Mariners play this weekend?
The Dodgers are playing the Cardinals, and then the Mariners are playing the Angels right now, right?
Yeah, they're in Anaheim for 3-game series.
Shit. See, like I said, the schedule doesn't get easy for us until we play Colorado or Washington, I guess. But we played St. Louis, San Diego, San Francisco, San Diego again. So.
Damn.
Those are the ones that like extend your lead in the division, or where we can end up being like where we're hurt right now, and then we might be losing some of these games, and then we'll come back. So it comes like that.
No, but some good games too. Like I said, if you guys have a chance to catch a Yankee game or a Mariners game, or even the Cubs have been playing pretty good recently. The Phillies, that's who I wanted to bring up. The Phillies are playing really good, so if you guys have a chance, check them out too, because you'll get to watch some good baseball.
Yeah. There's a lot of good players right now. One of my favorite pitchers to watch is like Tarek Skubal. Obviously, he's like the reigning Skubal. Like, dude, that fool's fucking every time. It's like back watching Kershaw back in the day. Like, that fool's gonna go out there, get 7-8 innings, fucking shut you down for 1 earned run or less. So that's where
exactly.
So
that's our MLB roundup for those fantasy cuz. Like I said, we'll keep tabs on all of these games and keep commenting. If there's any drama that comes up on MLB, those fantasy cuz are going to bring it up. So, yeah, keep following us cuz on there so you guys could stay up with us as well. Before we leave, is there anything else you guys want to bring up? Any other sport like NBA, golf, or whatever? Anything else you guys want to bring up?
Just shout out to the Pacers for winning Game 1. That was
hell yeah,
dude. 4th time in this playoffs, bro. They're sick.
Yep.
I know you're the biggest. You and Eddie are the biggest fucking Pacers fans out here right now. So.
Shoot.
For that one, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Gabby, when was the last time the Pacers won a championship, Gabby?
I think it was 1978.
There you go, dude. We need them to win again.
Yeah. Let's do it, Pacers. Dude, after what Halliburton's been doing, bro, I'm rooting for them at this point. Like, it's a good team basketball right there for sure too.
Heck yeah.
But no, shout out. We'll see that right now the OKC's favored still by a lot, still supposedly so. But you can't count out this team so with the Pacers.
Heck.
Till Sunday.
Yeah.
The next one.
I think it is because they played Thursday, so yeah, it will be Sunday.
Yeah, I was sort of keeping an eye a little bit on the Stanley Cup. The Panthers actually won it in double overtime tonight.
Dude, that
Was
thing
that game one?
intense. The first game I
Game
saw, bro,
two.
it was like
Oh,
at the end of the Oilers came back from like 4-1 down, I think, or they were down by
Yeah.
like 2-3 goals, and dude,
Yep.
that was sick. So this
Yeah,
series
so
is
the
gonna go out
Panthers
down to
just
7,
did
I
it.
think.
The reason I've been sort of keeping up because, bro, it's been since 1993 since a Canadian team won the Stanley Cup,
damn.
and there's 7 Canadian teams in the league. So, a lot of people give them crap about it because it's been so long. So it's like they finally got one in there right again, and I thought they were gonna go up 2-0, and right now they just tied it 1-1. So it's 1-1.
Sheesh. It's gonna be,
All
I
right.
feel like 7, like I said.
Damn, Game 7
It's gonna go
for
to
the
7.
Cup.
We'll see. We'll see.
But
But
we'll be touching up on that stuff.
for sure. But yeah, guys, I think that should wrap it up for this episode. Thank you guys for listening. Make sure to follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and through our socials on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at Los Fantasy Cuz. Make sure to go on there, give us some comments, give us some feedbacks so we can keep making this podcast caliente for you guys.
Let's go. Thanks for the listen. We'll be back next week.
Yup.
Let's go, familia. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you, everybody. We'll see ya.
Fierro pariente.
Al 100.